What's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. In this video, we are going to talk about 3 of the most interesting cities I visited for the first time in the past year. But before we go ahead and get into that, smash like button. It costs you nothing, means the world to me. It really helps me out with the algorithm. And if you are interested in more content like this, which is in general content for the global citizen and people interested in traveling the world, then go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Now, with all that said, let's go ahead and get on into the video. So, with all this said, this was an extremely hard list to make. To give you a context, for the past 8, 9, 10 years, somewhere around there, around a decade, I guess, I've been a digital nomad, been living and traveling abroad at multiple different residencies. I've been to over 70 different countries, and obviously I've been to tons and tons of different cities as well. But these were cities that I visited for the first time for a variety of reasons. So keep that in mind, because I've been to a lot of the big traveling and tourist destinations before, and so a lot of the most popular places have been eliminated. So like London, Paris, Bangkok, all those places have been eliminated from this list because I've been there, done that, and so on and so forth. So with that in mind, these are places that were really interesting to me as a world traveler and a world citizen. The first place is the place that I just talked about, probably in the video that went up before that, and that is Muscat in Oman. Oman is a Middle Eastern country right by Dubai, or the UAE, by Yemen, and it is on the Persian Gulf area or the Arabian Sea. Absolutely beautiful city, friendly people, obviously great weather, amazing food, especially the seafood, which I'm pretty sure is all I really ate there. And it's just a beautiful, picturesque country. I wish I was able to explore more, go past Muscat into some of the more, I don't know, the countryside, if you will, and explore some other things, because I hear there's just absolutely beautiful rivers and landscapes throughout the country. And since I haven't really experienced anything like that, that was obviously one of the most interesting cities that I have been to in my entire life, but especially in the past year. Then moving on from there, this is where I was really struggling. I'm going to have to go with Bari in Italy. And here's the thing, it's not necessarily Bari, but Bari is a jumping off point for a bunch of different places. As a matter of fact, I will give you a list of some of those places right now, and I will actually start with the one that was most impressive to me. And in fact, they actually call it like the Maldives of Italy, I believe, and it's called Marina di Pescoluse in Lecce part of Italy, and it is absolutely stunning, beautiful, and obviously the water is great, which is why it's called the Maldives of Italy. And I wouldn't really say that is I wouldn't say Bari is a jumping off point for that particular place, but Bari is a jumping off point for Matera, which is great. You also have Poligno a Mare. You also have Monopoly. You have Loco Rotondo, which is extremely underrated. Ostuni, Albero Bello, Martina Franca, and then from there you could go to Lecce, which is where the other place I talked about is, and that has Torre del Orso and Otranto, if I'm saying that right. So just a lot of beautiful places in there. So obviously I'm kind of cheating while making this list, because I just listed 8 different cities, but that region of Italy I had been to before. I've been to Bari before, but I never went to Albero Bello or Matera, and I didn't go to the Maldives of Italy before. And all those places, obviously it's Italy, ridiculously good food, extremely great climate, and I have nothing but great things to say about those places. And I think they are obviously extremely underrated, underappreciated. I mean, just Bari by itself is one of the most underrated cities in all of Italy, and certainly doesn't get the love that it deserves. Then finally, to cap off this list, this is where it got extremely difficult. So I was between somewhere in Albania, but I've talked about Albania a lot recently, so I didn't really want to include Durrës in this particular list, although it's an interesting place for me, in my opinion, because it has a bunch of fascinating history and all kinds of things that are going in its favor. Spain, another really interesting place, but it's so touristy, most people have heard of it. But I've talked about like San Sebastian, Bilbao, the north of the country, Valencia, Malaga, ad nauseum as well on this channel. So I thought I'd switch it up and talk about a place that I haven't really mentioned a lot, and that is Greece. Now, this might surprise you because I said, oh, Spain, super touristy. And Greece is super touristy as well, especially Athens. But you have places like Thessaloniki or Thessalonica, whatever you want to call it. But that is not what I'm actually going to talk about in this video. I am going to talk about the Peloponnese region of Greece. In specific, Patras or Kalamata, like the olives. These are two of the most underrated hidden gem places that you could possibly go to. Athens is a bit trashy. Yes, it has a lot to see, a lot to do, great food, great weather, a little bit overpriced, but it's not expensive by all means. I wouldn't want to suggest that, especially if you're coming from like the United States. It is not overpriced, but there is a ton of tourism, and Athens is just kind of a shithole, if I'm being like completely transparent here. Which I don't really want to say that because I don't want to offend any of my lovely Greek viewers, which I don't have any lovely Greek viewers. So with that said, Kalamata, Patras, really underrated cities in Greece, and I would highly, highly recommend those places. They're a fraction of the cost of Athens. Yes, there's not going to be as much to see and do as there is in Athens, because obviously Athens is a major tourist destination for a reason, so there's no real replacement for a place like Athens or Rome. But that's one of the reasons I think Durrës in Albania is extremely interesting, because it has one of the only Roman Colosseums, or something like that, only remaining Roman Colosseums. Well, I better not say it because I am drawing a blank, but it has one of the only like Roman structures remaining in the world or something like that. If you go watch my video on Durrës, I talk about it a little bit more in depth. So with all that said, I think those are probably three of the most interesting cities that I have visited in the past year. Now I'm curious what three of the most interesting cities you have visited in the past year have been, and if you've been to any of these places, what are your thoughts on them, and share that in the comments down below. Now with all that said, I'm going to wrap up the video here. Thank you for watching, I truly appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next video. And as always, peace, much love.